Either become better or stay bitter. What's up, guys? DC. We're going to be talking about self-improvement and more specifically why exactly we self-improve, because a lot of people don't understand the entire concept of it, right? People are always thinking like, oh yeah, you're just bettering yourself, but there's a lot more to it, okay? And when I look back at my old mindset before I really discovered self-improvement or wanted to get into it, I always thought it was just a waste of time, right? I was like, yeah, I could do other things, but I wasn't properly valuing what exactly I was doing that was getting me the things I wanted. I was over here thinking that playing video games 6, 7, 8 hours a day was the right way of life. I was over here eating junk food, not working out. This all came from my priorities, right? My priorities were completely mismanaged. So with self-improvement, this is an ultimatum, okay? As the title suggests, do you want to become a better version of yourself, or do you want to stay better? As people will come to a point where they see all the people around them that have more success, more this, and you can choose to be jealous, envious, you can choose to bring them down because you're not comfortable with where you are in life. So you see somebody who's got a higher status position, more money, and you automatically want to spite them. But in reality, learning from them is the best thing you can do. And so many people in life nowadays are thinking that, oh, I don't have motivation to do this, I don't have motivation to do that. See, motivation is so overrated, right? Don't get me wrong, motivation is fantastic to have, but if I were gonna say that success is a formula comprised of discipline and motivation, it would have to be 80% discipline and 20% motivation. The amount of times that you don't feel like doing the work, that those are the times that you have to specifically do the work just to tell that lizard part of your brain that I'm in control, right? Because you have the prefrontal cortex, which is the more evolutionary part of the human brain that evolved more recently, and this is obviously like reason, rationality, thoughts, consciousness, all that. And then you have the more primal basic instincts, like where the amygdala is, like the older parts of the brain, which are more responsible for like obviously like the more primal instincts, like the fight or flight responses, things like that. And obviously these things are outdated, right? Because we have these primal brains, but we have all this modern technology around us, so it's very easy for us to get distracted from what we really should be doing in life. And so that's where discipline comes in. With discipline, you are conscious, you are aware of what you're supposed to be doing, and you don't put any feeling on whether you feel like doing it or not, because at the end of the day, you're valuing your feelings way less than the actual importance of the mission, the action, what you're supposed to get done, what needs to be get done, right? This channel is mostly about improving the lives, the wealth, overall mental, physical health of young men, but this is men and women. Overall, you need to set high-level responsibilities, discipline yourself to do so, and achieve those goals accordingly. Man or woman, with discipline, you're going to be 10 times more productive in anything and everything you do. When it comes to disciplining yourself to do something that you don't want to do necessarily, you tell yourself, what am I going to gain out of it? The next major component that we need to understand is being real with yourself, right? And at face value, this seems like, oh yeah, obviously who wants to be fake? But let me get more into it, okay? One of the biggest misconceptions with that is when people tell you, yeah, keep looking at the positive. And I will say, a lot of people do have this habit of looking more towards the negative rather than the positive, so that's when that comes a beneficial tool to rather look at the positive. But you don't want to be 100% positive either, because this is the part where you would start to rely on wishful thinking as a means of coping and feeling better about yourself, when in reality, deep down inside, you do know that you have to be doing the right things yourself to actually get to the places you want, and you can only do that by being real with yourself. What's an example of this? Okay, think about how many times you've gotten bullied or, teased, made fun of, right? And they hurt your feelings, okay? But think about it this way. Yeah, they may have hurt your feelings, but let's take a step back from the feelings. What did they say, and why did they say it? Maybe there was some truth to it. 9 out of 10 times, there was at least some sort of truth to it. So me being real with myself, I'll say, okay, yeah, I didn't like the way he talked to me, but there was a reason why he talked to me. Let's say like I was getting made fun of for, being a little skinny fat, right? Not going to the gym. So I took responsibility for myself and I started going to the gym every day. And, I don't regret it. So you have to take these little slights from other people in a sense that, oh, okay, what can I do to improve myself so that I'm better than these other people? Be better than these other people around you, and of course, compare yourself to people within your bracket, right? People that are around your age group that have the things that you have, more things than you have, because competition is so important to surpassing the people around you and actually leveling up as an individual. The third component is knowing how to stay humble and keeping your ego in check, okay? Because people want to be better than other people, right? But they think, oh, I got this, he's got nothing. And you know, it's so easy for ego to just skyrocket when you're on self-improvement. There's a few great activities that actually help to humble yourself and keep you and your ego in check. Reading is phenomenal. Meditation is really good because you're over here with a sense of inner calmness and this level of self-security that you don't feel the need to attempt to prove things to people. You either do something or you don't, right? It's like that famous Yoda quote. But it really does make sense, right? You don't want to try to impress someone. You either be impressive or don't impress them. So, you know, it's about not hesitating too, right? But it's so easy for people nowadays, you know, like with all this narcissism that comes from primarily social media, right? Is that people think, oh, I'm ultimately better, but they don't have things to prove why they're better, okay? So if you want to say that you're better than somebody, start writing down your assets. Why are you better than this other person? Oh, because I have a car. Okay, what else do you have? Oh, I can speak another language. What else do you have? Oh, well, I'm on my mission. I'm on my purpose. I'm more disciplined now. You know, I'm going to the gym. Okay, what else you got? You know, like you got to keep adding to your things, right? And if you don't have them, go get them. Like there's no point not to. Of course, the importance of having people that are in your circle that want to see you grow and develop and that are in the same direction as you is so beneficial too. And when you have the right friendship, you will have other people that will keep you in check, will keep you humble, will say, okay, let's snap back to reality. What are you doing that's leading you to this? Instead of thinking, oh, because I saw this one motivational video and now I feel like I'm the shit. Now I feel like I can do anything. Well, if you look at the reality here, what have you done to put you into that direction? That's why actions speak louder than words, of course. Keep your ego in check as well by having a gratitude journal or being grateful for the things you have in life. A very good exercise I recommend is just writing 10 things that you are grateful for and reading those things every morning. Gratitude journaling is very, very helpful for feeling insecure too. It's the saying that because you are plenty, you attract more and more plenty, right? Like attracts like. When you admit to yourself that you have more grateful things in your life, that you have all these assets, and that you want more, therefore, then you can see the pattern and your brain will start to recognize what are the opportunities that I have around me? How can I keep leveling up? How can I become a more successful individual? And this is how you create that mental blueprint of focusing on self-improvement and looking at things from a point of view of how does it benefit me? Does it take me closer to my goals? Does it take me further away from my goals? I will tell you guys, self-improvement has completely changed my life for the better, 180 degrees, and I plan to keep doing it. Anyway, I hope you guys learned at least a couple cool things from this video today, and I appreciate you all for listening. I'll see you in the next one.